Coming up on the Angus Report, what's next for this cattle market? Jim Robb of the Livestock Market Information Center shares his outlook.
The government report creating a big roadblock for waters of the U.S. Kansas rancher Matt Perrier discusses the power of more cow data.
We discuss what the spending bill means for U.S. agriculture and the beef cattle industry. This is the Angus Report. Hello and welcome to the Angus Report. I'm Crystal Albers.
And I'm Jenna McCrell.
Our top news this week. The Environmental Protection Agency now finds itself in a bit of hot water over the waters of the U.S. rule. A Government Accountability Office report issued December 14th concluded the EPA broke federal law by using appropriations for indirect or grassroots lobbying to promote the controversial rule. Specifically, the agency's social media efforts to develop support for its proposal and to expand its regulatory authority were in violation of the Anti-Deficiency Act. The 26-page government report labeled these efforts as covert propaganda created using taxpayer dollars. EPA released a statement disputing the findings, saying instead its efforts simply informed the public about agency initiatives. The WOTUS rule is currently under legal challenge in the courts, and there are efforts within Congress to repeal the rule.
Cow-calf producers are entering a market very different from recent years, says Jim Robb of the Colorado-based Livestock Market Information Center. Markets won't likely experience the record highs of 2014 as the nation rebuilds inventories. In fact, Robb expects prices to trend lower through 2018 and sees little export growth in the next year. But there are ways to find continued value.
Things have changed. I think especially long yearling programs and grazing programs are difficult to pencil. Out in cow-calf country, purebred operations are doing rather well. We got a couple more pretty darn good years ahead. The feedlot side has to heal up a lot. 2014 was a very good year in cattle feeding country, probably the second best ever. And 2015 will go down in the books as the worst year ever. So we're in transition in the cattle markets, and we need to stand back and look at how we're marketing our calves and what our plans are in sort of this evolving economic environment. It was pretty easy to market calves in the last few years, wait in the marketplace, but increasingly as we build herd numbers, we're going to see more differentiation, more early bids for the premium animals as feedlots want to get those supplies. And so I think it's going to be more and more apparent. We look back compared to several years ago, though, the premiums for early weaned animals and et cetera have grown. And I think those are going to stay with us and may become magnified as we get this differentiation between the real reputation herds and kind of the rest of the marketplace.
Agricultural groups met the Omnibus Appropriations Bill passed by Congress in late December with mixed reaction. The $1.2 trillion bill funds the government through September and contains a $622 billion tax section. Most notably for cattlemen, the bill repeals mandatory country of origin labeling for beef, which removes the threat of more than $1 billion in tariffs. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association reports the spending bill also requires a more stringent regulatory process for allowing beef imports from regions with a history of animal disease outbreaks. And it continues to prohibit the EPA from requiring clean air permits or greenhouse gas reports from livestock operations. However, it did not contain any language addressing the waters of the U.S. measure. Additionally, more funds were allocated for wildlife management, and certain provisions block the sage grouse listing, as well as Secretarial Order 3310, which prevents the Department of the Interior from designating de facto wilderness areas. The tax extenders legislation, known commonly as Section 179 and reported here previously, also passed both the House and Senate.
As cattlemen work to grow their herd inventories, it becomes more important than ever to better market your ranch. That topic was a key component of the Angus University, sponsored by Merck Animal Health during the National Angus Convention and Trade Show last fall. It begins with building your individual ranch brand, says one of the panelists, Angus breeder Jonathan Perry of Tennessee. He oversees Deer Valley Farm, which markets about 500 Angus bulls annually.
You know, rebranding ourselves as a program, it had its difficulties. We had been in the limousine business for 15, 20 years. Most everybody knew us as a limousine breeder. And so when we decided to switch gears and change directions, obviously we had to redesign our program and rebrand ourselves. We were very transparent about what our beliefs were and what we thought we needed to do as a program. One of the real keys to success in the seed stock business is standing behind your product. A guarantee is only as good as the people that offer it. And no matter what, when you offer that guarantee, you have to stand behind it. Sometimes there's cases where it's not really your fault. You didn't cause the problem, but if you guarantee that animal and you sit out there and say, do business with me no matter what, I'm gonna stand behind my product and take care of the issue, you have to stand behind that product. Integrity, relationships, that's what it's all about. Once you decide the direction you want your program to go in, decide what your customer base is gonna be, then identify those genetics and build the herd and build a program.
The Angus Journal starts the year out right with extensive coverage of the National Angus Convention and Trade Show. The monthly publication should be arriving in mailboxes soon, and within its pages you'll find stories on award winners, a recap of the Kansas Angus Tour, profiles on the convention's international guests, and educational highlights from the breed's premier event of the year. The American Angus Association continues its award-winning documentary series this evening with a new episode of I Am Angus. The hour-long program airs on RFD-TV and features a look back at some of our rich cattle heritage, the stories behind some of the industry's most noteworthy livestock exchanges, and historical lessons to build a future vision. Remember to tune in to the program right here on RFD-TV this evening. When the Angus Report returns, how today's choices impact tomorrow's profit.
And a program from the American Angus Association that's paving the way for more selection tools aimed at improving maternal function and your bottom line.
Visit angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
This isn't a 9-to-5 job. So when you check the pants one last time, put away the tools, and make sure everything's ready to hand off to the night crew. It's not the clock that tells you the day is over. It's the confidence of knowing you got it right. It's having one less thing to worry about when the sun goes down. So when you see the signs of BRD, choose confidence. Choose Zuprevo from Merck Animal Health. Talk to your veterinarian about Zuprevo for BRD treatment.
A favorite time of the year is calving season, but along with that special time are dangers, extra stress, and increased labor. Safety Zone Calf Catchers is all about safety and making processing new calves easier. Designed for ATVs or UTVs, one person can do the job and never be threatened by the protective mother cow. Make this and every calving season safer and easier with Safety Zone Calf Catchers. Watch videos and customer testimonials or order yours today at safetyzonecalfcatchers.com. Immediate shipping available.
Angus Night on the Mountain 2016. While you're in Denver during the stock show, don't miss Angus Night on the Mountain with host Tom and Lois Ames. The event will be an exciting time for the Angus breed. Join in the bidding as we auction off an advanced reproductive technology package, 5 getaway packages, and other items to support the Angus Foundation's youth, education, and research activities. We'll see you on the mountain Wednesday evening, January 13th.
From all of us at 44 Farms, thank you for making 2015 our best year ever. It wouldn't have happened without your support. Our commitment has always been to produce the highest quality cattle possible, to share what we know with our customers and friends, to build something bigger and better to benefit the entire industry, from the pasture to the plate, from the rancher to the retailer. We're 44 Farms. Most of all, we wish you a blessed holiday season and a peaceful, prosperous new year.
The GGP-LD, the most popular low-density genomic profile on the market, is now available for Angus. And at $45 per head, you can afford to test all your cattle. Plus, you can save even more time and money raising reputation seed stock. Put the GGP LD Profiler to work finding your best bull calves and the elite females that will brand your legacy. For more affordable accuracy, go GGP, a new brand of partner.
Gretsch Brothers Angus invites you to their bull sale on Saturday, January 9th at the Northeast Georgia Livestock Barn in Athens. We have 70 lots of Angus and Sim Angus bulls bred for CAB, calving ease, and maternal merit. Don't miss our 85 head of excellent commercial heifers. We'll see you on January 9th at the Livestock Barn in Athens. Come ride with the G brand. You'll be glad you did.